Good morning, everybody. I do hope you can hear me, and welcome to the 2024 Society of Dairy Technology AGM. I thank you all for attending this morning and giving us your time. It is an important part of our year, the AGM, and but we hope we won't take up too much of your time. The first item on the agenda is the apologies, and we have received apologies from the following members: Liz Whitley, Colette Fagan, Jonathan Hogg, Stephen Walker, Rachel Murray Fatai, Erwin Richards, Derek Pittman, and Ralph Earley. I don't think there are any other apologies to read out at this point. The second item on the agenda is to confirm the minutes of the annual general meeting held on the 4th of October 2023. These have been circulated, so I'd just like to ask if we can confirm these minutes with a proposer and a seconder. So do I have a proposer to sign these minutes off? Thank you, Alan. I can see a hand up. And a seconder?
I will second it.
Thank you, Mike. So Alan and Mike. That's noted. We've not received any questions regarding the matters arising that are not covered in this agenda, so we can move on from item 3. So item 4 is the confirmation of officers and council members. Now, everybody should have received a list of the council members with just me to cover the changes for this year. So from that list that you've received, the following changes have taken place. Charlene Harrison has been replaced by Vince Adams as the Southwest chairperson. We thank Charlene for her support and her good works down in the Southwest, and we look forward to Vince doing great things. Katie Powell has joined us recently on council, replacing Ian Gordon, who has stepped down after several decades of supporting the SDT in various roles. We will be making a presentation to Ian to thank him for all of his support to the society in the next year. But Ian, if you're online, thank you very much. You've been a great help to me, particularly when it comes down to details and some of the numbers and things. So really, thank you very much for everything that you've done for the society over the last 20 odd years. Mark Jenkins is replacing Sean Davis as Welsh chairman. We're very pleased that Mark's stepped into this role to help us there, and we thank Sean for the support she has given us over the last year. And we're very pleased to say Dr. Seamus O'Mahony is joining the council from Southern Ireland. We did have a guy called Paul Bosher on board from Ireland, but he stepped down a few years ago, so Seamus is really taking that position. That's great. So thank you, Seamus, for stepping in. There will be one other change to the rankings, basically, is the best way of describing it, but we'll cover that in any other business. Okay, so we now move on to item 5, which is my report for my second year of presidency. I've prepared a bridged version. The full version is in the actual accounts, so you can read the full version there. But the abridged version reads as such. The second year of my presidency is now coming to its end, and once again it has been a remarkably busy year and an important year for the society as we achieved the landmark of 80 years of service to our members. You'll be reassured to know that the Society is in good health, with a membership that is still growing with the introduction of the company membership scheme, which is the corporate membership scheme programme. As always, we do not leave things to chance, and we're always planning for the future. The next president is already identified, Mr. Mike Pinches, more of that later, and our junior vice president, Richie Clark, takes up his role after Mike. We always have a 6-year succession plan aligned with our strategy. Although the industry is still struggling back from its perfect storm of COVID, Brexit, and a war in Ukraine, and now the Middle East, increasing energy and raw material costs, milk production is on the increase, but the portion turned into bottles or cartons has fallen significantly. This means cheese, yogurt production, powdered milk products, and niche products are increasing, with a further need to increase assets to process this growing milk production trend, although the weather has tempered those growth trends this year. The point is the industry is growing. The point is the industry should grow, and processing is key to utilising the volume milk production growth in the future. So the relevance of the Society of Dairy Technology to the industry and its members to support this activity as an educator, a facilitator of knowledge transfer, a networking forum, and a training provider is critical to support this growth and investment. Our Society of Dairy Technology's 6-year rolling strategy is aligned with this to provide value to members. Some of the key focus points of the plan are as follows. We want to further develop the regional activities through the role of the regional chairperson. This is really taking off now with several successful regional events this year. These activities are free to attend to members and non-members and have a social element to them as well. We've taken on the activity of reaching out to all UK dairies and ensure that they are aware of the Society and its role. This has brought several new company members on board. This strategy will continue as time allows. We also have developed our links with other industrial bodies in the UK and globally. This has led to joint events with the IFST and the Society joining the Nordic Dairy Council, with a great involvement with the 2025 conference in Reykjavik, Iceland, plus other major involvement with a deal. We also wish to maintain the position of the International Journal of Dairy Technology as the highest rated dairy journal in the market, measured by impact factor and site score. These are our challenges, even moving forward into next year and beyond. All this has led to that membership increase I mentioned earlier. Our success is bringing in new members with a significant increase of 30% over this year, boosted by the 80th anniversary conference in Ireland. Company membership now stands at 10 companies, adding 58 individuals to our ranks, with total membership standing around about 500 at present. With all this success brings extra administration tasks and management. So to support the executive director, a part-time commercial administrator has been added to the team. Linda Beckett is now on board, focusing on accounting processes, general administration, leaving Marion to focus on more of our events, marketing, and the growth links with other industrial bodies. We have had 1 or 2 changes with our regional chairpersons over the last year, as I discussed earlier. In September, Marion Pusey and I visited John Summer, a long-standing member of the Publications Committee who recently retired. John was awarded honorary membership of the Society for his long service. In fact, that was in September 2023. During October 2023, the Society attended the inaugural Dairy Processing Expo held in Harrogate. The Society held its annual general meeting last year at this event. In November 2023 was the big event for us. The Southern Irish section of the Society of Dairy Technology ran the Society's autumn conference at the University of College Cork, This was the 80th anniversary event. 210 delegates attended, and the topic was digitalisation of processing in the dairy industry. The gala dinner was held at the Alu Maxima Hall, where the Society's gold medal was awarded to Dr. Michael Mullen for his hard work in raising the journal to the leading publication in its sphere. The Supplier Service Award was presented to Tetra Pak for support to the Society over the past 80 years. At the same time as the 80th anniversary conference was ongoing, Dr. Ian Gordon was representing the Society at the inaugural ProfSet, the Professional Food Science, Engineering and Technology Group conference in London at the Institutes of Physics. November 23 was a busy month, with the Scottish region holding a local joint event with the IFST early in the month. A visit to the National Manufacturing Institute in Scotland was organised. This was one of our regional chair events. There were several presentations, a tour of the facilities on offer to the industry, plus we all met for dinner locally afterwards. The Society was also able to recognise Dr. Abnam Tamim, hold on a second, for his many years of service on the Publications Committee and for his work with the technical series of books. Regarding the technical series of books, we added to this series this year with the launch in October of the Sensory Profiling of Dairy Products book, kindly edited by Sean Toohey. We entered 2024 and soon it was time for the spring conference. 85 delegates arrived at a new venue for the Society, Foodworks Southwest in Weston-super-Mare. The topic for this year's spring conference was yogurt and fermented creams technology. 11 trade stands supported this event, with a visit to Rich's cider plant organised by Steve Walker the day before. Another regional event took place in April 24 at Reseath College. This was organised by Mike Bennett, the new regional chair. 40 members and guests attended, and there were visits to see the robotic milking parlour and the processing hall facilities. This year's summer symposium and annual dinner once again preceded the International Dairy Awards. We started our symposium with an increased attendance of 127 over 2023, and again 11 trade stands supporting. Diversity and FIDA Solutions were the main sponsors of the event. We have 4 presentations on or around the topic of cheese from Metna Toledo, DSM, Novanesis and Sealed Air. I'm pleased to report that the numbers at the annual dinner are still increasing year on year, easily breaking the 200 mark again this year. Our before dinner speaker this year was the well-known BBC Countryfile presenter Adam Henson. As always, we had several awards to present, which is always a very pleasant task. Adam helped with this process. We were rewarding talent and those who have worked so hard throughout their careers, both for the industry and the Society. The SDT ICDA Student of the Year Award was awarded to Ellie Gregory from Reseath College. Ellie is employed by Saputo Davidstone. This year we had 2 cohorts graduating from Reseath College due to the hangover from COVID. The SDT Student of the Year for cohort 12 was Anita Galazewski from White Farms. There were 2 runners-up prizes for Will Collins from White Farms and Aaron Morgan from Pembrokeshire Creamery. For cohort 13, the winner was Tom Woodward for Cotteswold Dairy. The runner-up in this cohort was Adam Leonard from Arla Aylesbury. The winners each received Tetra Pak handbooks and a trophy. The next award was the Brian Peacock Award to members of the Society that had performed outstanding work as a dairy technologist, not only over the past 12 months, but also throughout their career. This well-deserved recipient was Dr. Ken Burgess. Ken has worked in the dairy industry for over 40 years. He has also been a long-time member of the SDT and our council. Then it was to the President's Award. This only happens once in your 2-year tenure as president, so it's a little special. The award winner is chosen by the president to a member of the society who the president deems to have provided outstanding service to the society. This award, a medal, was presented to Dr. Liz Whitley, who has been a member of the society since 1978, and in this time has been a chairperson of the East Midlands section, a council member, honorary treasurer, president, executive director. She is still the chair of our publications committee today. So well done, Liz. This year, the society has introduced a new award. This is the company supporter of the SDT and is an annual award. This is in recognition of the support given by the company throughout the year based on the membership profile, conference symposium and regional event support. Attendance at the annual dinner plus the trade stand and other sponsorship support. This year, the clear winner was Cursia UK, and Richard Fine, sales director, collected the award. The evening closed after one of our most successful annual dinners. It really was enjoyable. As always, the society had a stand at the ICDA Awards where we were visited by many members and friends and non-members that we hope to soon will become members to keep our membership base growing. The publications activity of the society play a significant role, not only in the finances of the society, but also in disseminating technical knowledge in our area of excellence throughout the world. As mentioned previously, Dr. Michael Mullen is editor-in-chief and his team of associate editors are now delivering the market-leading journal in our field. And it is to this team and the publications committee guided by Liz Whiteley, that I pass on a tremendous vote of thanks from the society, its members and our council. To support Michael Mullen, the society has appointed a deputy editor, Dr. Nivedita Datta. Dr. Datta has worked as a faculty member at food science departments in 5 universities in Australia, Nepal, Ireland and India. She will support Michael over the coming years to successfully continue the journal's growth and diversification. The monthly newsletter is eagerly awaited, and its content now regularly seen on social media sites. All of this takes time to gather and put together, and we thank Marion Pusey for this extremely popular content. In conclusion, I would like to thank all the officers, members of the council for their commitment, enthusiasm and support over the past year and the previous years of my office. As always, a special word of thanks must go to Marion Pusey, Executive Director, in continuing to play a remarkable role in the management of our organisation. I have to say it's been a great honour to serve the council as president and an enjoyable one. The society is all about people, and it is our members that are the engine of our society. With our passion for dairy, I have every confidence that the society has a relevant long-term future as our industry comes back to growth. That really concludes my report for last year. So we now move on to item 6, which is the Honorary Treasurer's report. So I hand over to Alan Stack for this.
Good morning, everyone. The Society has made strong financial progress this year. In fact, it is in the strongest financial position since my time as Treasurer. This is due to the continued success of the journal, which we've just talked about, alongside excellent attendances at our major meetings and annual dinner. We've employed a bookkeeper administrator to assist Marion, and we've also had to invest some £23,000 into the roof at our premises in Huntingdon, yet we still have a very positive result for the year. This will allow us to invest more into our meetings and activities for the benefits of all members, and I commend these accounts to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alan. Do we need to vote
I think you need to have a vote to adopt the accounts, actually.
Yes. Okay.
Then I propose it.
And I will second it.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we move on to item 7, a review of the Publications Committee activities. Now, this is normally done by Dr. Liz Whitley, but Dr. Whitley is currently on holiday in somewhere hot. Yes, Sri Lanka. So Mike Pinches is kindly agreed to step in and give this review of the Publications Committee activities. So over to you, Mike.
Thank you, Nick. Liz has prepared a script from which I will read these. In the year to July 24, the Society continued to meet its major charitable objectives, the provision of technical information. As well as our events and online training courses, our wide range of publications continue to be a major contributor to achieving this objective. The IJDT, the International Journal of Dairy Technology, has continued its success in the food science and technology area of academic publications. The development of open access, where publications are free to view, was originally seen as a threat to the journal. But in fact, the journal has continued to thrive, and discussion concerning the flip to open access continue. Open access, for those that don't know, requires authors to pay to publish. And as said, the publication is then free to view. The IJDT is at present a hybrid of open access and subscription. Royalties have continued to increase, and at some point in the not too distant future, it is expected to become purely open access, a process known as the flip. The editor, of course, is Dr. Mullen, who Nick has talked about, but along with his team of associate editors, he has continued to work extremely hard in the production of our high-quality journal. Dr. Datta has taken on the role of deputy editor, covering for Michael when he's away, and eventually taking on the editorship when he retires. Succession planning is imperative to the smooth operation of such a high-quality journal. Professor Mehta, Professor Gomes de Cruz, and Dr. Giuseppe Apre continue as associate editors, and we have also appointed Dr. Mohan Lee to the editorial board as associate editor. We have recently recruited Dr. Daniel E. Rico as an associate editor for the area of production agriculture, as this is seen as an area that we wish to grow and expand our impact in China and grow the journal further. The number of papers has continued at a high level, and the impact factor has reflected this. As already told to you by Nick, Michael Mullen was awarded the gold medal last year at the Autumn Conference in Cork. The editorial team has been working to grow the IJDT in preparation for a potential move to open access. While a significant increase in submissions and articles published has been obtained, this has come at the expense of an anticipated reduction in the impact factor. It's now 2.5 compared with previous years. Most of the other dairy journals have also seen a reduction, but our position as the #1 dairy journal has succumbed. Our team anticipated the general reduction in impact factor and is working hard to reverse this in 2024-5. The site score is another analytical tool, and we saw a small decrease to 7 from 8 the previous year. It is thought that this is partly due to the increase in submissions from China, which are less frequently cited. Despite the less than welcome news, the journal continues to provide excellent revenue for the Society and is a major contributor to our success. The technical series of books is well respected for its quality, and it stands at 15 books. We're in the process of assessing which books are in need of revision in order to ensure that the series is kept up to date. The 3rd edition of the Dairy Technology Handbook is available online. This is a rolling program. Editions for the 4th edition are being collated and suggestions welcomed. Our electronic publications available on the website now total 5 in number and are a very useful resource. The latest handbook has been prepared by Andrew Wilby and is focused on ice cream production and related products, including equipment, ingredients, recipe development, manufacturers and parameters, and quality. Our 4th publication strand, the newsletter, continues to be published electronically by Marion at monthly intervals and provides members with additional news and information. Thank you, Liz. That was her script.
Okay, now we come to item 8, which is to appoint our auditors. We intend as a board and council to appoint Critchley's, who we've used for many years, and as our auditors. It must be noted that Critchley's name has now changed as they've been amalgamated into a larger organisation, as often is the case with smaller family businesses, and the new name is Gravita. But I do need a vote here again to approve the auditors for the following year. So I have a hand from Alan, so thank you, Alan.
And from me, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mike. So, all right, now we hit any other business. I can't see that there've been any questions throughout the AGM, and there certainly weren't any submitted before. So that's great. If there are any in the future, please, by all means, email them to Marion, and we will endeavour to get them answered. At this point, I need to hand over the presidency, which was the other change in our council setup, as I alluded to earlier in my in the changes of people on council. So the reason why Mike and I are both sat together here on one screen is that I have to take this chain off now, and I'll take my glasses off first and pass it over to Mike. So it's a bit of a ritual, but anyway, here we go. And Mike will hopefully put it on.
Thank you, Nick.
As the chain of office. And that's me out of the way now.
There we are.
I'm done.
Thank you very much, Nick. I would just like to say that it's been a privilege to serve on the Society's Council for several years, and also as a trustee. As Nick has pointed out, the Society's procedures allow for a lengthy learning phase as junior and senior VPs before taking on the role of president. I have been fortunate to serve as senior VP to Nick, but it is daunting to realise what a difficult act he's going to be to follow. Thank you, Nick, for leading the Society during the last 2 years, a time which has included the 80th anniversary and seen the introduction of your initiative of a new company membership scheme. In recent months, you have led the negotiations with our publisher, Wiley, and have given name checks for, Nick has given many name checks for the important people involved with Wiley, and with Wiley as partners. We will continue to deliver our flagship publications. With an enthusiastic group of regional chairpersons and several national symposia, we will also meet our objectives to facilitate development through recognition and networking. One of my first tasks is to introduce a new initiative whereby members will be invited to apply for funding in order to support their attendance at a relevant dairy technology event of their choosing. Council will select a member based on the applications and grant funding to support their attendance at the chosen event. Application forms will be available in the new year and advertised in the new newsletter. I am looking forward to working with Council, with our regional chairpersons, and of course with Marion and Linda to continue the progress made in Nick's tenure. As we look forward, we see an industry and an ongoing process of change, but we can be optimistic and confident that we have a strong and stable position from which we can build on the progress to date. Thank you very much. I look forward to serving you as your president for the next 2 years. The end.
The end.
Right, it's 11:30. If that's it, that's it.
Yeah, I think we will close the meeting now then, Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody who attended.